Welcome to Livingston, Texas, only an hour drive north of Houston Airport.
As we approach this small city of just 6,000 people, we wonder, out of all the places in the world, why would anyone choose to travel to Livingston, Texas?
We mean no disrespect. Honestly, we've already fallen in love with the place. It's just that Houston is more well known.
Houston has NASA, museums, and a big culture.
But we didn't come here for barbecue or cowboy hats. We came with a very specific mission.
In this video, we'll take you with us to find out why we traveled halfway across the world to Livingston.
And how we ended up leaving as Texans ourselves.
I'm Noelle.
And I'm Jonathan.
We're on a mission to live in 100 countries.
Ever wonder what would happen if you got rid of all your stuff and traveled around?
A few years ago, we would have said that was crazy or irresponsible.
But there's more than one way to travel.
Whether it's months in Colombia,
Or months in Romania.
weeks crossing oceans,
Slowly traveling the world.
we're writing our own story.
Everywhere we go, we meet amazing people.
This channel may not be for you, but we're inviting you to come along with us.
Because we're not just traveling.
Subscribe for free.
After getting off an 18-day cruise across the Pacific Ocean, we finally arrived in the USA after 18 months of traveling around the world.
Livingston is a very small town. It's not a big city, and it doesn't have an airport or public transportation.
We made it to Houston, Texas.
Which means getting to Livingston isn't going to be as easy as we thought.
Houston, we have a problem. What's the problem?
This is our first time ever being in Texas.
This one's gold and that one's silver.
We wouldn't be here if we didn't need to, but we are so excited now that we're here.
It's the first time we've been in the south of the U.S. We'll see like what the vibe's like, what they eat and stuff. You know, you hear about it, but you don't know until you go.
We hopped on the hotel shuttle that will take us to our rental car.
We used the Turo app to rent this car.
We don't usually rent cars, but when we do, we like to use Turo. It's like Airbnb, but for cars. Go.
We got our car. We're in the car, the Turo rental, and we're in the parking lot. So we gotta take this lockbox off and we're ready to go.
How long has it been since you rode a car?
Since I
Drove.
a car, yeah. It's been a while since I've driven a car because we've just been using public transportation everywhere around the world, so, but it'll come back to me.
Driving a car again after more than a year and a half is such a big culture shock. These first few days in America have been a hard transition for us. Everything that was once so familiar now feels so foreign.
Traffic.
We made it to our Airbnb. I can't believe how much this place cost us. It wasn't cheap.
Let's see inside.
Okay dokie, we just arrived in our Airbnb in America. Wow, Noelle, you chose a great place for us. Noelle has a real skill for picking Airbnbs.
We'll be here for 10 days, 9 nights, and it cost us $704, which is $79 per night. It's located just outside Houston. Believe it or not, this place is actually cheaper than if we had stayed directly in Livingston.
It's quite shocking. I can't believe how expensive everything is in America.
We got some groceries on the way here, and we also stopped by a farmer's market, which was really cool.
What are we going to do today?
We're going to AAA here to get international driver's permits so we can drive in other countries.
A few countries require an international driver's permit to drive there.
Most countries accept your US driver's license, but some don't, so we are going to get ours here at AAA. It was surprisingly simple, despite all the paperwork.
You can get your international driver's permit at any AAA, not just in Texas. That's not the mission we came here for.
And apparently, AAA also does travel planning. We do all our travel planning ourselves, and we love it that way.
Let's go to Livingston.
We're going to Livingston.
Wow, things are so spread out and rural. I love this small town feel.
As full-time travelers, we don't have a home base. We don't have a place we come back to again and again between travels. We are just perpetually traveling, which is exactly why we came to Livingston, Texas. They tell us they can solve our unique problem.
For lots of things, banking, taxes, and pretty much every legal matter, you need a permanent address, which we don't have.
And it doesn't make any sense to update our permanent address every month we're in a new place.
So we joined a community of people called escapees. They're RVers, living full-time in RVs and traveling across the US. And lucky for us, they let us into their group, which is headquartered here in Livingston, Texas.
Here in Livingston, we'll officially establish residency at an RV park. Driver's licenses, permanent mailing address, everything. This is the heart of why we traveled halfway across the world.
Think of it like permanent address as a service. We've already arranged it, and they handle everything. We'll put more info in the description about Escapees RV Club. We've been using their mailing services for a couple months now, and we love it.
Look at all these RVs. I've heard such great things about the RV lifestyle. Living and traveling in one vehicle, it's incredible.
I'm not much of a driver, but maybe it's different when your home is also your ride.
We went to the wrong place at first, but we figured it out.
We need to pick up our mail. Our mail can also be scanned or physically sent to us in batches. Getting our mail.
Yep, we're getting our mail. That was easy. Look, we've got our mail.
While we were here, we also went to the library and got our library card. And we saw a bullfrog.
If you have any questions about what we went through in Livingston, check out the RV Club website or leave a comment. And hit the like button. There's just too much to explain in one video.
Even though it was a bit of a culture shock, Texas has truly stolen a piece of our hearts. And we're officially Texans now, y'all.
And our journey isn't over. Next stop, Arkansas, to see family and explore a whole new side of the USA.